My name's Pamela. I'm a free diver. If you're subscribed to me, you already know who I am and what I do. This video is being made because of requests through the comments on some of my other diving videos, and basically it's just going to show my drag training. I'm going to show you guys what I do on land to prepare myself for breath holds and free dives. So let's get started then. Basically, I do something called CO2 tables, and in no way or form am I a professional. I've taken one course, and I'm not going to market myself or position myself as a professional. I really just do this for fun. But I do something called CO2 tables, and I do an inhale CO2 table and exhale CO2 table and kind of pattern those out throughout the week. Basically, it's just 10 rounds of me doing a breath hold and then decreasing the rest time in between each breath hold, like as I go down the rounds. So to further explain, I write everything in my journal. I have like many CO2 tables logging kind of like the times that I've done. And to be fully transparent, I haven't done dry training in a while due to a lot of things happening in my personal life, but I'm getting back on the horn because I want to be able to start posting again and just give people kind of an overview of what my preparation usually looks like. So today I was going to do an exhale CO2 table, which is basically me doing a breath hold on exhale. I don't really advise beginners to do this without like direct consultation from a dive instructor or anything of that sort. It is kind of more of an advanced thing. So if you are interested in doing something like that, I would recommend you to go and talk to your local dive instructor for free diving, look somebody up, or do your own like research on it as well. This is kind of just because I've had a lot of people ask me what my routine is, so that's why I'm posting it. But yeah, so I'm going to start with an exhale CO2 table today, which basically, since I haven't been training as much, I'm going to go down to a breath hold of 30 seconds. Before, on an exhale CO2 table, when I was being very consistent, I believe I was up to 1 minute and 30 seconds on an exhale hold, which to me, I feel like that's pretty good. There are a lot of other people who are more professional and more experienced than me who can do for longer, but this isn't about comparing yourself to others. This is about your wins and how you feel. So yeah, I'll just do my first round is going to be 30 seconds. Then I'm going to hold for, and you can ignore that. This is also my like journal for just writing in general. But then you're going to hold for 1 minute and 30, or you'll rest for 1 minute and 30 seconds after your first hold. And you'll keep going down the line, and I decrease each rest time for about 15 seconds until I get down to the last 5, and then I kind of double up. I go 30-second rest, 30-second rest, 50-second rest, 50-second rest, 15-second rest, 10-second rest. I really hope this is all making sense to you guys. And then how I usually start off first, it depends like how you want to do it, because you should be like going into breath meditation, which is basically you just like focusing on your breath, deep breath in through the diaphragm, and then long breaths out. And that's going to help you lower your heart rate. Usually I would do this for kind of like I feel it out myself. Just kind of could feel my own heart rate go down. And, I don't know. My camera was doing something weird. But yeah, so I would feel my own heart rate go down, and then I would feel myself ready to go into the breath hold. You could also time this, like you could do 1 minute of just like breath exercise or 30 seconds, however you feel like you need. But what I count in my head when I'm going into a breath hold, I just do 4 in, I hold for 2, and then blow out for 8. And then as you keep thinking about the counts of your breath when you're doing it, you will notice that it just becomes instinctual and you don't need to count as much. And I also want to talk about inhale CO2 tables. Are the same exact thing, except you're inhaling before your breath hold, and you can go for a longer breath hold with these, since you generally are filling your air with your lungs with oxygen, so you could go for longer. Like my inhale breath holds, we're going up to like 2 minutes or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I think the other day, I just went in for like a static breath hold randomly while I was chilling on the beach, and I hit 2 minutes. So it's like a muscle that, once you've it's like muscle memory. Like once you've done it, it doesn't take too long to get it back. But yeah, so these are my inhale CO2 tables. I don't know if you could see that, but I have a bunch of doodles around there, because sometimes it really helps me to increase my breath hold whenever I'm distracting myself. So like if I'm just sitting here, obviously it's going to be really hard to quiet the mind, which is part of the meditation process. But doodling, I found, really helps me with that. I really want to get into spearfishing at some point, and I believe that once I get into spearfishing, that it will also help me with increasing my breath holds. But yeah, I also kind of filter out the inhale CO2 tables and exhale CO2 tables with just general static holds for seeing how long I can hold my breath for, which is something that also has been requested on my page. So I'm going to make a video for that as well. Just like kind of with like a timestamp here or something showing you how long I'm holding my breath for. And I'm going to be honest, I'm like kind of nervous to do that now because I have not been like practicing, but I'll still do it. Screw it. I'll see what happens. There were also a couple of other things I wanted to add in. Sometimes I use underwater sounds in the background during my breath holds to kind of visualize myself swimming in water and kind of put myself in that meditational state that I get when I get into the water. And yeah, I just feel like visualization is so important to progress. Yeah, that's what I. But I really hope this was informational to you guys. And let me know if this helped in the comments. If you want more stuff like this, let me know. And yeah, thank you for watching.